If you have constantly been on YouTube lately, you have absolutely seen the cinematic 3D documentary format taking over your feed. Channels like Fern pulled nearly 20 million views this month alone, and Blackfiles easily crossed 5 million in that exact same window. When you realize this specific niche carries a massive RPM of $3 to $6, the financial potential here is impossible to ignore. Now, I actually broke down this exact niche on this channel about 7 months ago, and while a lot of you were incredibly thankful for the breakdown, I noticed a few skeptics in the comments saying things like, "This is just copy-pasting from other channels." Look, if you just blindly copy and paste, you will fail. That is exactly why, over the last 7 months, I have been perfecting a completely updated, zero-budget pipeline that actually creates original visuals. Today, I am giving you the ultimate God mode blueprint using exclusively free AI tools. So, if you are watching this right now, you can finally relax. You have found the final video. After this, you will not need to jump between dozens of random tutorials ever again. This is the complete end-to-end pipeline. We're not just covering the basic editing steps. I'm going to show you exactly how to avoid the deadly low views trap and how to structure your visuals so you never face monetization rejection. Here's exactly what this blueprint covers. We're going to write a high-retention script using a custom GPT, generate a premium voiceover, build and animate visually consistent 3D scenes in Flow AI, edit the full cinematic sequence inside CapCut, and perfectly brand your channel so it looks premium from day one. But before we start, there's one critical configuration inside Flow AI that almost nobody talks about. I will show you exactly what that setting is when we get to that step. With that said, let's begin. Go to YouTube and find a channel that is already performing exceptionally well in this niche. Apart from Fern and Blackfiles, there are several other creators producing high-quality content in this style. You have channels like Simplicissimus, Atrium, Cypher, Zoofree, and many others worth studying. Take a moment to browse through a few of them, pay attention to their topics, thumbnails, and storytelling approaches, and then choose one creator as your primary reference. For this tutorial, we'll use Blackfiles. Pull as many video titles and descriptions as you can from their top-performing videos. Select multiple rows of data and copy everything. Next, open a brand new ChatGPT or Claude session. Paste all of that information into the chat, and at the very end, add this exact line. Save and remember this. Don't reply yet. Once you send it, the AI will store that information as context for the current conversation, giving it a much stronger understanding of the style and patterns behind that channel's content. You can find all the prompts used in this video in the description and comments section below. Now copy the first prompt from the document. This is the idea creation prompt. Paste it directly into ChatGPT and submit it. Within seconds, you'll receive a short list of highly targeted video concepts, each accompanied by an estimated virality score and a brief overview explaining why the topic has potential. And just like that, your only job is to choose the idea you'd like to build first. Now let's move on to script generation. For this stage, we'll be using a custom GPT called 3D Documentary Builder, which has been specifically optimized for this documentary format. The direct link is available in the description if you can't locate it through the GPT search section. Open the GPT and paste your selected video idea into the prompt field. The system will ask for a target video length. For actual uploads, I recommend aiming for anywhere between 8 and 15 minutes. That's typically the sweet spot where this format performs best and maintains strong viewer retention. For this tutorial, however, I'll use a 5-minute example so we can move through the workflow more quickly. What you'll receive is a fully developed documentary script featuring strong opening hooks, natural narrative tension, structured story progression, and pacing designed to keep viewers engaged from beginning to end. With the script complete, it's time to create the voiceover. Head over to ElevenLabs and paste the entire script into the text field. Next, open the voice library on the right-hand side and choose a calm, mature, documentary-style voice. After that, set the speech model to 11v2. This model delivers significantly more natural narration and conversational flow compared to the older voice models. Leave the remaining settings at their defaults unless you notice something that needs adjustment during playback. Once everything is configured, click Generate. After the processing is complete, download the audio file and save it to your project folder. Now we're moving into image generation and animation. Go back to the custom GPT session you just used to create your script and type one simple word, continue. The GPT will instantly generate a complete set of text to image prompts, one for every scene in your documentary. The number of prompts is estimated automatically based on your script length. It calculates how many visual beats are needed and generates them all at once. You'll even notice additional filler prompts created for longer sections of the script to ensure there are enough visuals to maintain viewer engagement. Now, copy the very first image prompt and head over to Google Flow. Paste the prompt into the input field and verify that the model is set to Nano Banana Pro and the aspect ratio is configured to 16:9. Once that's confirmed, choose the number of image variations you'd like for each generation and start the process. As you can see from the results, the image quality looks excellent. The lighting is clean, the composition is strong, and the overall style closely matches what many of the larger documentary channels are producing. Now, repeat the same process for the remaining prompts. Return to the GPT, copy the second image prompt, paste it into Google Flow, and generate another set of images. Again, the results look solid. If your output doesn't look quite right, simply regenerate it. In most cases, a second attempt is all that's needed. Continue working through the remaining prompts. To keep things moving, I've already generated the rest of mine, as you can see on screen. With the images complete, return to the custom GPT one more time and type continue. The analytical GPT will now generate a matching animation prompt for every image you've created. The prompt count will match your image count exactly, and each one is specifically designed for 3D documentary-style camera movement. Head back to Google Flow and switch from image creation to video creation. Set the video model to either OmniFlash, Google's latest video generation model, or VO3. Both perform well. For this tutorial, I'll be using OmniFlash. Next, switch the workflow to Ingredients mode. Now paste your first animation prompt into the video prompt field, locate the first image you generated, open the three-dot menu, and select Add to Prompt. If you're working from a different account and no longer have access to the original generation history, simply upload the downloaded image and add it manually as a reference. This reference image is what helps maintain visual consistency throughout the animation. It gives the model a clear foundation for character design, environment details, and overall scene composition. Once the render is complete, you should see smooth camera movement, clean motion, and a professional-looking result. If a clip happens to look slightly off, simply generate it again. It's uncommon to need more than 1 or 2 attempts before getting a usable output. Work your way through the remaining animation prompts, repeat the same process for every scene, and download each completed video at its original resolution. By the end of this step, you'll have a fully animated set of documentary clips ready for editing.
At this point, the visual side of the documentary is essentially complete. You have your script, your images, and your animated scenes fully prepared. Now let's gather the audio assets we'll need for the editing process. For this step, we'll be using Pixabay, one of the best sources for royalty-free music and sound effects. Inside Pixabay, select the music filter and search for the word documentary. You'll see a variety of tracks to choose from. Look for something that creates a deep cinematic atmosphere without competing with your narration. One important thing to note, avoid downloading tracks marked with the shield icon, as those may have additional licensing restrictions. Once you've selected your background music, it's time to collect your sound effects. If you're editing in CapCut, you'll already have access to a large built-in sound effects library. However, if you're using a different editing software, simply switch Pixabay from music to sound effects. Go through your script scene by scene and search for effects that match what's happening visually. Download anything that helps reinforce the action on screen. With those assets collected, you're finally ready to begin the editing process. Inside your editing software, in my case CapCut, import all of the materials you've gathered. We're going to start with the intro sequence. Take the clip from your very first scene and place it on the timeline. Trim it down to roughly 0.2 seconds. Next, grab a clip from the third or fourth scene and place it immediately after the first one. This time, trim it slightly shorter. Continue following that pattern, making each new clip a little shorter than the previous one. What you're building here is a fast-cut intro sequence that accelerates in speed and instantly grabs your viewer's attention. Once the sequence is assembled, place a completely black image at the end of it. Trim the black image so it's slightly longer than the final clip in your fast-cut sequence. Now position your voiceover track so it begins immediately after the black screen. For the main edit, take the video clip for scene 1 and place it directly after the black image. Trim the clip so it ends exactly where that section of the narration finishes. Then repeat the same process for scene 2, scene 3, and every remaining scene. Work through the project one clip at a time, making sure each video segment aligns perfectly with its corresponding narration. If any of your generated clips contain original audio, select all the videos, open the audio panel, and reduce the volume to 0. Now let's add your sound effects. For the fast cut intro sequence, use a strong riser effect along with camera click sound effects during the rapid transitions. The riser should build tension and peak precisely when the intro sequence ends. Then move through your timeline and place the appropriate sound effect underneath each scene. Keep the volume controlled. Every effect should support the narration, not compete with it. Next, add your background music. Start the music immediately after the intro sequence and extend it to the exact end of your voiceover track. Inside CapCut's audio settings, lower the music volume to somewhere between -15 and -25 decibels. Finally, apply a smooth 5-second fade-out at the end of the track. For the last clip in your project, open the animation panel, navigate to Out Animations, and apply a simple fade-out effect. If your generated videos contain watermarks, there's a quick workaround. Take the original image used to generate that animation and place it on a layer directly above the video clip. Open the mask tool and position the mask over the watermark area.
Adjust the mask until it completely covers the watermark. Repeat this process for the remaining clips and the watermark will disappear cleanly from the final edit. With that complete, export your video. And just like that, your documentary is finished.
A steel door slides shut with a deep metallic thud, then another and another. Somewhere beyond those layers of reinforced concrete and razor wire, a man sits alone in a cell, designed not just to keep him inside, but to make escape almost impossible to imagine. No windows large enough to crawl through, no blind spots, no shortcuts, no second chances, because this prison was built for a very specific kind of inmate. The ones authorities believed could never be allowed back into the world. At first glance, it looks almost ordinary. Low buildings, fences, security cameras, a facility hidden far from major cities. But beneath that quiet exterior is one of the most extreme experiments in confinement ever created. A prison designed around a terrifying question. What do you do with people who have already proven that ordinary prisons cannot hold them? The answer emerged after decades of failures. Across the 20th century, notorious criminals repeatedly exposed weaknesses in prison systems around the world. Some tunneled beneath walls, others bribed guards, some organized violent breakouts from inside their cells. Every successful escape created the same problem. Public confidence collapsed, investigators searched for answers, and governments were forced to confront an uncomfortable reality. No prison was truly escape-proof. Then came a new idea. Instead of building a prison around rehabilitation, authorities would build one around containment. Every hallway, every door, every fence, every camera position would serve a single purpose: preventing escape. The result was a new generation of supermax prisons, facilities where movement itself became a carefully controlled operation. One of the most famous examples stands in the remote landscape of Colorado, far from major population centers.
But creating the video is only half the process. Now it needs to get discovered. Open your video resources document one more time and copy the thumbnail prompt. Paste it into the same ChatGPT session you've been using throughout this workflow and run it. The GPT will generate a complete text-to-image prompt specifically designed for a high click-through rate 3D documentary thumbnail, complete with a strong visual hook, cinematic composition, and attention-grabbing text. Copy the generated prompt and open Google Flow. Start a new project and paste it into the prompt field. Set the output count to 4 images, keep the aspect ratio at 16:9, and generate the results. Choose the strongest option with the clearest visual focus, bold text hook, and clean composition. Download it at full resolution and upload it directly into YouTube Studio. Next, let's handle SEO. Copy the video SEO prompt from your resources document and paste it into ChatGPT. The system will generate a structured optimization brief containing important keywords, metadata suggestions, and description guidance. Copy the output and open vidIQ. Start a new chat, paste the information, and run it. Once it's finished, you'll have everything needed to optimize your upload. Start by copying the generated description into YouTube Studio, then copy the tags and add those as well. Scroll down to the Made for Kids section and make sure it's set to No. With that done, your video is officially ready to publish. Alright, that's everything for this tutorial. If this workflow helped you create your first 3D documentary, leave a like and drop a comment below. I'd love to know what topic you're planning to cover first. Until then, I'll see you in the next one.